Clown. So good evening, everyone, for the basic Cookidoo workshop. I'm going to quickly share my screen so that we can talk about it. And please feel free to put any questions in the chat or come off mute and ask questions as we go along. All right. So with this one here, I'm just going to move our little pictures away. Now, this is your Cookidoo starter page, basically your home page that you have. Now, if you haven't set up your Cookidoo before, you need to make sure that you have to go to your on your system. There will be your name up here. Sometimes it will be a little chef's hat that you can go in there to set your preferences. So that is the first one that I will be showing, is that you need to go to that one there, or the chef's hat. Sometimes mine is now my little picture in there. Click on that. Once you've done that, you can view your profile. Okay, so I'm going to view my profile so that you can see what it looks like. Now with the profile, you can put in your name there. So you can say edit profile, you can put a picture of yourself in there, you can put your name in there, you can say hi gorgeous, hello chef, whatever you would like to do. Okay, then also what is nice about Cookidoo, advanced thing that they do, you can choose your cooking style. Now I change mine every now and then depending on where I am. Over the weekends I'm a chefy cook, because it will give you suggestions of all of these different types of cooking that you have. At the moment I chose time-saving cook. All right, and you can change that every time. Now, the filter preferences that you've got here, it's important that you go and have a look. Thermomix accessories, if you have the blade cover, then make sure that you choose the blade cover peeler, the blade cover and the Thermomix blade cover peeler. If you don't have that, don't put that in there, because otherwise it will show you recipes that you won't be able to cook. Okay, so, but adding them in there will open up the recipes that contain those accessories that we have. Then you have to choose English as your language and unchoose all the countries. So when yours is marked as Australia, unclick that one and make sure that it's just English in there, all countries. And then you say update filter. All right, so once you update that filter, and here is when you say update filter, it gives you a choice that you can either untick those if you don't want them, or tick them if you do want them. Right, and English. And all you need to do is save. So once you've done that, it will update your filters for you. And I found that once you've updated your filter, you have to go out of Cookidoo and come back into Cookidoo to activate those filter preferences that you've got. Now, once you've done that, we can go back to Explore by just pressing on Explore, and it will take us to the home page that we have in there. Okay. Now, with this one here, this is basically, you will see if you put your name or whatever name you have in there, it will say hello, whoever you are, and what would you like to cook today. Now, if you scroll down, this is where you can start seeing the magic of Cookidoo. Right, so at the bottom of that screen, there's featured, there's for you, and there's themes. Right, so let's go to for you. If you go to for you, you will see things that you've been cooking, and they know what you've been cooking, and they will give you ideas of what you can do, everyday recipes that you can try, what is trending at the moment that people have been doing, starters that you can do, desserts that you can do, discover hidden gems. So they give you all sorts of things. But remember, in the beginning, I chose a time-saving cook as one of my options, and then it tells you here, because your time is precious, these are some suggestions of recipes that doesn't take a lot of time to make. Right, so it gives you all that choice that you can have a look at that. And here's also things that you can have a look at. Not everyone likes bananas, so they show you what you can do in here and learn more about it. So you can go down that trend as well to have that. So let me just go back to the top. Now, next to for you is there's also themes. So if you click on themes, you will see there are certain different types of themes that you can have a look at. They will give you a little bit more information about. So if you want to know how to temper your chocolate and what you want to do with, can do with chocolate, then you just click on that. It's like a little block that you have. If you would like to know more about eating green, you can just click on that if you want to introduce more vegetables in there. So if I click on that, it will show you the articles on eating green and what you can do, plant-based diets, and what it means and where do you start. All of those things that you can have. All right. And as you can see, the vegetarian sausage rolls that Teresa's made is one of the things that people really love to make and get that done. And then they show you little books and collections that you can utilize to get more vegetarian meals if you wanted to. And then they explain vegan and all of that. So you can see there's quite a lot of very interesting information in Cookidoo that we tend to forget to access. Right. So if we go back, I'm just going to go back to explore. That is now had a look at themes and for you, and then we're going to go back to featured. All right, so it will come up with featured automatically. You have to choose those two if you want to go down that route. Now, featured, what is on the first page, it will show you what is the latest recipes that's been cooking. They will give you some news, that the new access modes for your TM6 recipe creations. Now we have a whole Cookidoo workshop series that we're having. So next week we will talk about how can you convert your own recipes to the Thermomix, and then how to download them into your Thermomix is the next week, and the last week will be meal planning, and we will show you how you can create your recipes with that as well. Then it also gives you most cooked. You know, sometimes some of my customers say, I don't know what to cook. Then you can come and have a look and see what other people have been cooking and see if that will inspire you or you would like to try. They also give you, again, a little bit of information. And then here too, smart saving. So this is not just a picture. If you have to if you browse into this, you can have a look. So you can say, see, how can I save? So once you click on that, it will open up all the different smart savings that you can make in there. So they will show you pasta, rice, fast filling and full of flavor, stews, soups, and one-pot wonders. Make the most of abundance of seasonal produce. So it will give you a lot of ideas on how you can save more money by using your Thermomix. All right, do it yourself money savers, what you can do, your breads and things like you can do. Right, so these you can really go and browse through at your leisure. And if you go further and click on more tips and tricks, they will give you some more ideas as well. Right, so there's really a beautiful, lots of information in Cookidoo that you can get going. Right, back to explore our main page. So you can go there. There's always a recipe spotlight every week. Okay, so even if you say, I'm always doing the same stuff over and over again, come and have a look at the recipe spotlight every week and see if that's something that you would like to try, and so expand your repertoire that you can do. Excuse me. They also show you the winter savings that you can make, and you can book in a cooking experience, virtual or face-to-face, so that you can even see more of your Thermomix and learn more about your Thermomix, and also help your consultant to grow their business. And it's also an opportunity for you to see more on whether you want to join one of our teams and become a consultant. All right. Then there's also the latest collections that you can have a look at. These are just added. Right, so one of these, the smart cooking made easy with TM6 modes. We currently have a very new cooking experience called the mode demo. So we will show you how to make an amazing brunch at a cooking experience with you. And then you will have access to this book digitally as well, with lots of more tips. Yeah, this is just the recipes that we're making, right? And here you can have a look at all the different collections and cookbooks that's available on Cookidoo. So every month there's new ones being added. Now, this one, you will see there's a little circle in front of it. Usually that indicates that it's a cookbook, and it will have 80 plus recipes in there. The collections usually range between 6 and 15 recipes that you can have a look at. If you like to see the front pages of all of these books, you can just say see more, and it will open up all those collections and cookbooks that are available for you. And you will see the front covers of those books. And you can have a look and see if there's any of the topics that intrigue you that you want to explore a little bit further. Okay. Now with these ones that you can do, say for instance, this one here, the newsletter. So every year or every month I send out newsletters, and they have little recipes in there. So with this one here, if you click on that one, it will show you this collection only has 8 recipes available. Right. And now if you have a look at all the recipes that's there, you can say, oh my goodness, I really like that, and I would like to try all of them. Okay, there's different ways that you can save it. So you can just say save, and it will save that whole collection in there. And one of the wonderful things about this, once you save it onto your Thermomix, you will be able to access these recipes without having to have Wi-Fi. Right. So you can do that. And then it's saved. If you decide you don't want that anymore, you can also go and remove it, that you can get going with that. Okay, are there any questions? Let me just quickly have a look at the chat. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. Yes, so I just want to quickly have a look and see there. What is the, okay, when you have a TM5, you have to have the cookie to have access to all of these recipes. So you can go onto cookidoo.com and choose the recipes and save them, but then you have to sync it with your TM5 using the cookie in order to get access to these recipes that you have in there. All right. Michelle, which one would you like me to share with you again? Let me just quickly stop share and just ask those questions. Michelle, you had a question about what part of Cookidoo do you want me to show you again?
I just didn't see. Oh, sorry, I was fiddling with my speakers so I could hear properly. How did you get to that area where all the cookbooks are displayed inside of Cookidoo? I didn't see the path, how you got there.
Okay, so yeah, because when I share my screen, I can't see what's happening
in
the chat. So just shout out. I'll quickly show that to you again. So I'm going to share screen again, and I will go back to that and show you how to get there. Right. So if I go back to explore, basically that's the start page of my Cookidoo. You can go right down, scroll down and down and down until you get to that place where it tells you the latest collections. See that one there, latest collections. And once you see all of that, you just say see more, and it will open up all the cookbooks, the front pages of it, and the collections. Okay, so that's how you can get that happening if you want to see and have a look at that specific cookbooks, right? Now, the other way of getting into the recipes, once you come to this page, you can just say search. Right, so as soon as you press search, it will open up all the recipes and all the cookbooks and all the collections. Now, once you've done your filters and you put in, you want to have the blade cover and the blade cover peeler, and you just want English recipes, you will see it. You will have almost 10,000 recipes there, so 9,992. If you take away or don't have the blade cover, it will be about 9,500. All right. So it will depends on what you have there. If you don't have those filters, you will only have access to about 5,000 recipes. Okay. Now, once you're here, this is what's so nice about this, because you don't want to sit time and browse through 9,000 recipes. And this is where filters comes in. So if you have a look at that, there's the filters that's got here. So if I click on filters, this opens up so many opportunities for you to minimize or shrink your list of recipes to use. Now here you can see that's all the categories. So starters, soups, pastas, main dishes, all sorts of things that you can do that depending on what you want to make. Okay, so you can have a look at those. So if we go in here and we say we want meat dishes, main dishes, meat, right, then you can see it already is now down to 1,506 results here. So 8,000 recipes less to browse through. Okay, now once you've done that, you can even go further if you scroll up. And you can even have ingredients list in there. So I would like to make a main dish that has, what shall I put in there? Broccoli. Right. So put in broccoli. Okay. So I've got main dishes, meat dishes, that contains obviously meat and broccoli, and they give me 20 results. So now if I click on those 20 results, it will open up those for me, all the meat dishes that you can make with broccoli. All right. So and that includes chicken and meat and whatever you would like to make that has broccoli and meat in it. Okay. So this gives you an idea how you can start narrowing your number of your recipes that you can choose from. Okay, now if you come to one of these and you say, oh, that looks like a beautiful, wonderful place that, or a dish that I would like to make, there's two things that, or a couple of ways that you can put that onto your list. So you can click on that specific recipe. All right, and you can have a look. So broccoli stem soup with crispy potato skins. That is really beautiful, because usually when we use broccoli, we use the heads, but we don't use the stems. And this is the one that you can use the stem. So no wastage happening and saving money as well. So once you've entered into the recipe, you can say add. And here is where you have heaps of choices that you can do. Right. So you can say, I want to bookmark that to make it at some point in time. So it will sort of put it in a little wish list for you if you want, to say that there. Or you can say, you know what, I want to add it to my collection. Now, a collection is basically when you create little folders of your favorite recipes that you can make. Right. So I can say, I want to add this to my collection, and I'm going to create a collection. You can see I've got heaps of collections already. So you can say create a collection, and you can say winter soups. Oops, soups. All right. And if I say save, that means that one will be into my collection called winter soup. So every time I see a nice soup that is for winter, I can put it in that folder. And then when I decide, oh, I'm in the mood for soup, I can just go to my little folder and choose a soup. The other thing that you can do with this as well, you can say add, and instead of add to collection, you can even add it to your week. Now, I think it's the last one in the series, we will talk to you how you can create your meal plan. All right, but this is an easy way to just show you quickly. Add to my week, and you can say that soup, I'm going to make it for Sunday. All right, and I can say save. So that means that recipe will be now in my weekly planner. And when Sunday comes up and I go to my recipes, my week, and it will say, hey, you decided you want to make broccoli stem soup with crispy potato skins that you're going to enjoy for that day. Right. You can also add to your shopping list. Right. So add to shopping list. So that means I can go and shop for the ingredients that's there. Okay, so that's how quick and easy it is to get that recipe in your Thermomix in the place where you want. Okay, so I just went back to all the dishes that's there. So you can have a look at all of these, and instead of going into them, you can just click on those three little dots on the bottom of that screen. So if you click on that, it will give you that same choice of things that we saw when we say add in there. Right, so you can say cook today. If you say cook today, it will be in your menu plan for today. Add to collection, add to my week, or add to my shopping list. Right, so I can say add to my collection, and I want to put it in my chicken dishes. Let's see if I've got chicken dishes here. I think it will be easier for me to just create one. Right, create one, and I'm just going to say chicken. Right, so that means I save everything that I want to do with chicken in there. Oh, the title's already in use. Okay. Let's see if that will work. Save. All right, so chicken dishes it is. Okay, and the same can be done. So you can click on that and you can add it to your shopping list. Okay, so that's how easy it is to work around how to get your recipes in there. Okay, now if you say, oh, okay, I want to see for desserts, you will see it, the filters that you chose is up here. All right, so I said I want broccoli and I want main dishes meat. So I can close that one, and I don't want to see broccoli. So I close that one, and then it will have all my 9,000 recipes again available. That's there. Okay. Now with this one here, you can go to filters, and you can say, show me all the categories. And you can say, okay, I want to have, what shall we make? Desserts and sweets. Right. So there's 1,415 results. Okay. Now I can scroll down. I can have a look at all of them by clicking on those results, or you can go down here and you can put tags in there. You saw how to put the ingredients in there, but you can also put a tag in there and say it must be gluten-free. Okay, so if I do that, it shows me 328 results that I can go in there. You can even go further and you say, you know, I want a dessert that won't take me more than 45 minutes to make. Okay, so you can really streamline your choices that you want in there. And then you can say, okay, 93 results I can have a look at. Okay, so then you can go and have a look and see what desserts that you can make that are there that will be quick and easy, less than 45 minutes, that you can do. Oh, that looks nice. Spiced oranges and dates with yogurt cream. So I want to make that one, and it's only taking 30 minutes to do. Right. So you can put that one in there and say, I want to cook that one today. Or you can put that one in there and say, add to my shopping list. Right. So that's how quick and easy it is to choose recipes of something that you want to make. Right. Now, once I've done that, I can go to my week. And there you will see all the things that I've chosen. Today, I made cheese and bacon scones, a spiced lamb pie, and I'm going to make spiced orange dates and yogurt cream tonight to have a taste of that. Okay, then you will see for Sunday, I said I'm going to make that broccoli stem soup. So my week is already planned for me in there. Okay, now with this one here, when you go to my week, you can also have a look at your shopping list that you created. So you can say, show me the ingredients. Okay. Now with this shopping list that you've got, they always open it up by category. So they put all the baking ingredients and sugar, nuts and seeds together, all the beverages together and all of that. I like to see it by recipe. So I usually click on that one. And then I say, okay, that's the soup that I'm going to make. Right. And then you can say, okay, but I've got broccoli, and you can click that and it will take it away. I've got carrots. I've got celery. I don't have creme fraiche, but I've got oil. I've got garlic. I've got onions and pepper. I've got broth. Parmesan cheese. I don't have potatoes. I've got salt, and I've got that. All right. So you can see I can take off everything that I already have in the kitchen, and that's what's left on my list. Okay. Now the things that I've been taking off, or say I've got them, if you go right down to the bottom, you will see all of the ingredients that I said I've got. Then I can say, oh my goodness, I thought I had Parmesan cheese, but I don't. Then you can just click it from here and it will put it back at the top to add to your list. Then one of the nicest features that I really love about the shopping list is that you can add additional items. So you can basically say add additional items. Okay, it won't let me do that. There you go. Add additional items. So you can type in there, I want shampoo. All right, and you can add it. You can add, you know, what is there else? Dog food. If you're not making your own dog food, you can put in dog food. All right. So you can really go and add and make this a complete list that you can go and shop. And what's nice about it is on your phone, you can just take it on there and tick it off as you go, or you can also order your ingredients. So if we go right to the top, you can see there's options. If you click on the options, you can say, I can share that with somebody that's on their way to home and say, can you please stop on your way home to the shops and just get these few things, or you can print it, or you can order your ingredients online. with Woolworths. Okay, so you have to set up an account with Woolies to get that done. Right. So let's go back to explore. All right. Let me just stop share for a moment. Are there any questions that you would like to ask me? Is there something that you've learned, something that you would like to do? What is this? Oh. Which recipe have you done, Michelle? Or the gluten-free puddings and stick it out in that. They are.
Oh, yes, I did the puddings, and
yeah.
I'm not gluten intolerant, but it just so happened that they were gluten-free, but they were very nice.
Yes, they are indeed really, really nice.
It took all the work out of chopping up dates. Yeah, that was it was a big hit in my family, and I had those silicone molds already, and they fit perfectly inside that what's the steamer thing called?
The Varoma. Yeah, the Varoma.
The
yes,
Varoma.
Yeah. Varoma that you
can.
So
that was really lucky that I just had those molds. But I do have a question about it's about making pasta, and I haven't done that yet, but wondering how easy it is, not boiling pasta, actually making it from scratch. And I'm wondering if anyone's done that, or if it
it's really easy to make your own pasta, Michelle. So there's beautiful pasta dough recipes on Cookidoo that you can go and make them. It's basically the same as when you make bread. It's just a combination of ingredients. But then you, depending on what type of pasta you're making, you know, if you want to make fettuccine or lasagna, then you will have to have a little machine that you can put on the mix shop as well to make pasta. All right. Or otherwise you can make little raviolis and stuff. And there's also, you have to roll it out quite thin. If you don't have a machine to make your pasta dough, then you can roll it out as well.
Because I was looking on the shop has some spoon.
Yeah, the meat shop.
And they had a pasta.
Yes, they do have a pasta maker there.
Sorry, I think my internet connection might have been a bit slow there. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. In the end, we'll get there. All right. Is there any other people that? Okay, so Abrama just said she learned to cook pasta in the thermoserver. If you have a thermoserver and you want to cook the pasta, make sure that you put boiling water in your thermoserver and leave it there for about 2 minutes. That is, warm up and throw it out. Then you put fresh boiling water in there with your pasta and a little bit of oil and salt. Stir it. Close the lid and leave it there for as long as what the package says it must be, because that will cook your pasta for you. The thermoserver is amazing, and it retains that heat in there. Don't open it up all the time though, just leave it in there and you will have perfectly cooked pasta. Okay, if you don't have a thermoserver, organize a cooking experience and you can earn one of those or get that as a host reward. All right.
Sorry, Elman, so you're saying in a thermoserver, I have one.
Yes.
You heat it up and then you put boiling water and you put just dried pasta in it and it will cook the pasta.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it does. Okay, give it a try.
That.
Give it a That's fantastic. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and just do one last bit of this with you. With things. And now with Cookidoo, we've done a little bit of explore. We showed you a little bit of my week. So now I'm going to go to my recipes. So if you click on my recipes, this is where you will have all your recipes that you've saved. All right. So here you can see it's all the recipes that I've saved, or the ones that you've created. So that's your own little folders of recipes that you like. As you can see, I've got 30-minute meal plans. There's the modes demo that we do with our customers. I've got Valentine recipes there. I've got bread recipes. There's my chicken recipes. All right. And this is what's nice. So like that chicken dishes that's there, I can click on that one and I say, you know what? I need to put that one and move it to the other one, the chicken recipe, like that. Put it in that one. All right. And then this one I can now delete. All right. I can say delete this collection, so I don't have an extra collection in there. That's how quick and easy it is to delete a recipe that you can, a folder that you've created. Or you can even rename it if you want to do that. Right. Now, saved here is basically the whole cookbook or collection that you have. Right. So, for instance, I've got that Entertaining with Danny Valent, Everyday Cooking for Thermomix Families. If you want to just small ones, you have Cooking for Me and You. I've got something of smoothies. So, whatever you would like, because when I go and do some cooking or I go on holiday, all of these recipes that I've downloaded will be available for me, even if I don't have Wi-Fi. All right. So you need your Wi-Fi connection to download the recipes to get them going. Okay. Now, if I go into created collections, there you can see all the collections that you have, and you can go and move them around and play with them. Okay. That's how easy that is to get that done.
Elmine, can I just ask you?
Yes.
So your saved recipes are the ones that you can access if you're offline on the Thermi?
Yes.
But not the others?
No. So if there's something, like when we were browsing and saw all those 9,000 recipes, not all those 9,000 recipes are available for you when Wi-Fi is not available. But if you download it or saved it, then it will be available for you. Right. So that's only when you, if you don't have Wi-Fi connection. If you have Wi-Fi connection, you have access to all the recipes. Okay.
So, sorry, Elman, that was a good point, Bram. I didn't understand how that works. So, is there a limit of how many you can save on there? Like, I'm just thinking, if you take it on a holiday and you know that there's no connection, it might be good to save some in there. Is there any limit that the Cookidoo, the Thermomix can hold?
Michelle, I'm not 100% sure how many recipes you can save on there, but if you have a look at how many I've got in there, and it's still all of that is in there. So all of these recipes
are created though. It's created saved.
Creators is basically recipes that
in the Thermomix.
Yes, that's basically that I just made little folders with specific topics of things. But here, saved recipes. These are all the cookbooks and the collections that I've saved. Look at how many is there.
Yeah, okay, there's lots.
All right. So there's quite a few that you can put in there. But once you've got all of those things in here, sometimes it can be difficult to find something. All right. So, but if you're going to, I won't download them if you're not going to use a lot of them in there. But you can download them as much as you want to and how many dishes you want to have. Now, when you go on holiday, you can even plan your holiday menu and create a holiday menu and have all the recipes in your holiday menu that you can do. So that will also help you to do that. Okay. And a little tip here, you know that little Thermomix there? If you click on that Thermomix, it will take you to the home page too. All right. And from here, you can also say search, and it will open up all the recipes for you. Okay. So if we go back to that one, from the start, instead of doing a filter, you can go in here and you can put in, what would you like me to put in there? Let's put in bread and do that. Okay, so all the things bread related will be in there. How to make from breadcrumbs to bread and butter pudding. Is that the one that you've made? All right, so there's quite a lot of versions of bread and butter pudding that you can have a look at, that you can explore and see how easy it is to get your recipes which you would like to make. Okay. Any other questions?
What's your favorite recipe at the moment, Elman?
I've made that lamb pie, which it was so beautiful. Every week I've got a new favorite because I'm trying at least one new dish every week, to expand your repertoire. It is beautiful, the lamb pie.
The lamb spicy pie, that one that we saw before?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I have to try it.
Yeah. And there's also, I can't remember the name of it as well, but there's a new curry pie that you might make as well. That is absolutely divine. Razave or Razavu pie. It's a funny name. It's really quite nice. Yeah. I can quickly have a look and see if I can find it for you.
Do you regularly, Elman, like go, as you said, every week there's a new collection? Is that what you mentioned?
Not every week, every month.
every month. So
but every
do
week
you
there's
regularly?
a new recipe spotlight.
Oh, spotlight.
Yeah, spotlight recipe every week, and then collections usually every month or every 2 months that you have, but there's regularly new collections happening. At the moment there's 3 new collections there that they've added.
And do you regularly, like as a point, just out of interest, wondering if you're very interested to look at that spotlight? Because I often find there's just so much in there that it's almost a bit, you get a bit overloaded. So I just wonder how do you come across new recipes?
Okay, so remember when I shared my screen, there was also what people have been making. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Let me quickly share that with you again, then I can show you, because that gives me an idea as well, because 9,000 recipes can be quite overwhelming, especially if you don't have time. Right, then here it says this is the latest recipes, and I have a look and see beef stew with gnocchi. Oh, that could be something nice to make. That gives me an idea. All right, you can even say see more, and it will show you all the newest recipes that people have been making. Okay, if you want to get ideas. For me, I also like to go in there that people have most cooked, right? Because that means people have been experimenting with these. And if any of those appeal to me, I would say, I'm going to try that one and have a look and see what it's all about, and give that a try. So that will be something new that you can have a look at. And if you are not a part of our Capital Thermomixes Facebook group, I would suggest join our group there, Capital Thermomixes VIP, because we also share some recipes on there that we've been making, that you can, if you want to try something, we share it there as well. And then the recipe spotlight. That's there because it's now school holidays. Obviously, they're going to have little biscuits or something for you to make with the kids. Right? Does that help you a little bit, Michelle? Okay, good. So, is there anything else that you would like to know, ladies? There was a gentleman too.
Elman, can I just get back to the TM5, because I've got someone who's got a TM5.
Yes.
And I'm going to help her with Cookidoo because she's having some issues and it's just hard for her. So
Yes.
does it all work the same way? She's got the cookie key and she can download?
Yes, so she will have to go onto her phone or a laptop or iPad, right, and choose the recipes that she wants to do and save them. And once she's saved all the recipes that she likes, then she will have to connect with a cookie on a TM5 and say sync. Right, so there's a little symbol in the, I think, the right-hand corner. It looks like that. So you just click on that, and all the recipes that you chose will then be stored onto a Thermomix.
So it's like on what you showed now, the saved recipes. So when you're offline, they're all there, and you can access them. So it's the same idea then.
Yeah, because once you have it on your cookie and it's synced to your cookie, wherever you take your cookie, all the recipes on your cookie will be available to you.
Okay. All right. No, thanks. Thanks for that.
It's a pleasure. Any other questions? Mix, you joined a little late. Is there anything that you want me to redo for you or talk about?
No, I didn't know that I could just send a list. I always just go straight to the supermarket and then, build up to get my minimum groceries. So that was really cool. And I just send it to someone, just pick up these things. So that was great.
Yeah, so there's lots of things and features, and the more you use it, the more you realize what it can do and how convenient it is for you. It's a fantastic tool to save money too, and have less waste for food as well. Yes, Fiona.
I've just typed in to die for mini pavlovas, TM,
Yes.
and it says unsupported modes. Please be aware that this recipe contains modes which are currently not supported.
Yeah. Do you have a TM6?
Yes.
All right. So you have to go to your filters and choose the filters, all the filters that you have. You need to click a blade cover peeler and blade cover and have that. All right. So because that's not supposed to. Yeah. Usually when they say they don't not support it, that means you haven't put it in the filters.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
I just want to see, what which one was that? Let me
It was to die for mini pavlovas.
let me
TM6.
just go in there, because they are beautiful.
Oh, now I want to make them. I have spare egg whites from
Yeah.
making a hollandaise sauce.
Yeah, and you can also make the gluten-free, grain-free bread rolls, which is amazing. It uses 5 or 6 egg whites. It's
Oh.
beautiful.
Oh.
All right. So to die for mini pavlovas, there's a TM6 version.
Yep.
And there's the TM5 version. All right. So TM6 version. There
Oh,
you
okay.
go.
So does that mean my computer doesn't realise that I've got a TM6?
No, it should be on there. Right?
Yeah.
Because if you have Cookidoo, your Cookidoo has your Thermomix on it. All right.
Yeah, that's
So
what
yeah,
I-
if I do that one, there you go. There's the modes. Right, so but I can't see any modes that's being used in this one. It's just normal. Oh, thickening mode. All right, the thickening mode is being used in this one to make the curd. Right.
Hmm.
Is that a mode everyone doesn't have, or it's something you have to turn on inside of your Cookidoo folder? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So, but with the thickening mode, it's part of your TM6. So it's if you swipe to the left, I think, then you have all the modes of cooking in on your screen, and the thickening mode is there. All right. So unless you hide it, it should be there for you.
Yeah.
So
I have
Fiona,
another
you might just need to do a update. Have you
Right.
done all your updates?
I've been doing all my updates, but maybe not on the computer, on the machine I have, because I've just gone into my profile and it says I've got a TM6 and it says I've got a blade cover.
Yes.
So I'm not sure why.
And have you have English as your preferred language there?
Language. So, Australian.
No. Are you in Cookidoo or on your?
I'm on the computer. That's what I got the recipe for the mini pavlovas on the computer to put into my collections.
Yeah.
And that's when it came up and said that it had unsupported.
That is really strange, Fiona, because usually did you click on those 3 little dots next to the mini pavlovas?
I'll just go back and do that again. So
and then you can just say save or cook today.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
To try for mini pavlovas.
Now, apart from the mini pavlovas, are there any other questions that you would like to ask me, ladies? Yes, Michelle.
Sorry, I've been asking lots of questions, but
that's good.
There's a way that when you can create your own recipe and then have it saved on your inside of Cookidoo, which I've done one, or I based it on one and then I added a few steps.
Yes.
But the way it presents is different to how a normal recipe. It's more just all the text, and then it doesn't step you through the steps. You have to touch the underlined green lines to get through it. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's a different format when you that's created recipes that you're talking about. Now the created recipes will be I think that not next Thursday, the following Thursday, we're going to go into that one, how to do your created recipes, because that takes a little bit of time, and we will show you how you can put your own creative recipes in there and also add, the modes that you want to use. But it will look different than the ones that's on Cookidoo. All right, because it's just so we will go into that in more detail, how to do that for you, and then also how you can download one from the recipe community and change that to have it on your Thermomix, and also one from Cookidoo and change the ingredients and have that and put your own on there as well. All right,
that's great.
Okay, so otherwise it will be too much to go through everything tonight. All right, any other questions? Did you come right, Fiona? Cool. All right. Anything else, ladies? But then thank you for joining me, and go and enjoy Cookidoo and go and do some more search and create some beautiful folders of all sorts of recipes in there, and start using your filters a little bit more, because that will also streamline it. Especially, Michelle, you said sometimes it's so overwhelming. Put in more filters in there, and it will make it smaller and smaller and smaller, that you don't have to go through 9,000 recipes, but 53 recipes, all right, that you can get that going. But it was so lovely to seeing all of you, and please join us for the next one next Thursday at 7:30, because then we will do how to convert your own recipes to Thermomix. All right, so taking your handwritten recipes and how can you convert it to Thermomix and cook it from there. Okay. Have a wonderful evening. It's a pleasure. Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, no.
Bye.